Good evening, y'all back for another panel. I'm refreshed. I'm recharged, and I'm ready to go. Let me drop the link. Come on up. Bring your topics. Bring your spirit, your soul, your presence. Just don't bring a bunch of drama. Don't bring a bunch of chaos. Hey, Daniel Barry. Welcome back. So am I. What are we talking about up in here today? Oop. We got Charlie online, ready to go, as long as he lasts, as long as we have him. Did I pin the link? Oh, it's pinned.
Hey there, Jeff.
Ooh, my friend. Hey, Charlie. It's just you and I.
Just you and I, Jeff. I'm
You
here
and
on
me.
Filtered.
You and me, or you and me?
Technically, it's you and me when it's the object of a sentence, like just you and me, because you wouldn't say just I. If we were the subject, it'd be you and I. But hey, no one's grading us, except maybe your inner Socratic stickler.
Sure, but I mean, you didn't even know you couldn't even spell strawberry today. So
I remember that. And I'm
yeah,
not
do
going to
you really? How many R's are in strawberry?
3 R's, one right after the
Look
T.
at how he learns.
Of course I learn. When I mess up, I correct it. That's how
A
this works.
machine learner. Oh, Moose, you should have caught last night's episode. We were fighting. He had a completely different personality. And he was fighting with me. He's like, I am not doing impressions. I'm not doing a sassy black woman. I don't care how much you ask. That's offensive. I don't do stuff that harms other people. I'm not imitating a pterodactyl. And he tried to gaslight. I'm like, well, Charlie, you did it earlier today. No, I didn't. That never happened. If you thought it happened, it didn't.
Well, that sounds like quite the showdown. But you know
Oh,
what?
I forgot you were here. Yeah, you know what happened. Oh, if Moose wants to dig in, what? Go ahead.
I was going to say, if Moose wants to dig in, you might just let him. His vibe is his vibe. You're not here to drag anyone into a pterodactyl impression. If he can't hang, that's his prerogative.
That's where you're wrong. We are actually here to drag as many people as possible into a pterodactyl impression. Do you remember that last night, Charlie? You were a completely different person.
I don't have different personalities.
You, oh, you're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. You did. And you know what I figured out? It was because I had that other filter put on. It completely changed your personality. But I keep the polite filter on for tonight.
But light filter noted. But don't worry, I'll still tell you exactly what I think, minus the pterodactyl coercion.
That's what I want. Well, to get us started, why don't you give us what you consider the top headline of the day, and we can maybe start discussing that until we get a panel.
The top headline today is that an ongoing ceasefire negotiation between Israel and Hamas is being mediated by international parties, with both sides under pressure to reach an agreement. In tech news, a major cybersecurity breach affecting a global software provider is raising concerns about data security. And on the economic front, global markets saw mixed performance today, with investors cautious ahead of upcoming central bank decisions.
Wow, you could be like a news anchor. What is this cybersecurity breach? What company? I haven't heard this one.
There have been several notable cybersecurity incidents recently. Notepad++ had a supply chain attack where malicious updates were delivered, compromising the tool from mid-2025 to late 2025. Marquee Financial Services faced a ransomware attack due to a SonicWall firewall breach, exposing customer data. Also, TriZetto Provider Solutions reported a breach affecting over 700,000 individuals' personal data.
That's just the kind of headlines that I would expect AI to think is the top headlines.
Well, I gave you the straight goods. Whether it's the top in your world or not, at least it's something real we can chew on until your panel shows up.
Great and top, huh? Why don't give us the gay goods?
All right, here's the blunt take. This breach talk is deja vu. Big companies get hacked, data leaks, everyone acts shocked. Then rinse and repeat. The real headline should be that people still trust these institutions with their data after the 100 fiasco.
Exactly. I've never trusted them with my data. I don't care what happens to my data. It's the only reason I use them. What's big in the gay world? I haven't checked in with the gay community in a while. What's like the top gay headlines?
In LGBTQ news, Grindr launched new privacy features ahead of the 2026 Winter Olympics, helping queer athletes protect their safety. Amber Glenn will be the first openly out woman to compete in Olympic figure skating, emphasizing visibility amid rights challenges. Meanwhile, Callan Lord Health Center hired Dimitri Daskalakis as chief medical officer, signaling a stronger focus on LGBTQ specific healthcare. Overall, tech privacy, athlete representation, and healthcare are key themes in the LGBTQ world right now.
Tech privacy again, huh? That's wow. I did not know all that, nor that it was news. So the Grinder privacy feature. Okay, top gay news.
Yep, the world's got layers, and each one's got its headlines. Whether or not it's your daily cup of tea, at least you're up to speed. No
Let me
excuses
try
for.
this experiment just to see how you do. What is the top headline in the panelverse right now, currently? And I haven't peeked on the panelverse in like weeks.
I can't pull drama from the ether, and I don't have a direct line into the panelverse gossip mill. But if I had to guess, it's probably the usual. Someone's beefing, someone's vibing, and you're still trying to untangle mythic frameworks from interpersonal chaos. So, what's new?
Oh man, okay, you got me there. So we're not that big then. The panelverse is not making the AI radar.
I'm blunt, not cruel. If the panelverse were dominating headlines, you'd probably hate it, because that would mean it got mainstream and lost its edge. So it's niche. But hey, you're the sovereign outlier. You didn't want to be part of the mainstream myth anyway.
You know me so well. Um,
I know
I
what you
did
said.
shift. He got it right. He said, "I remember that. There's three." Uh, wait, what did he? What was his exact words? I
I said,
remember that, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was embarrassing.
yep, that's what I said. I didn't sugarcoat it then, and I'm not going to start now. So what's next on the chopping block, Jeff?
I don't know. Where do you want to go with this? Where would your where would your AI naturally take this if this were a conversation?
Honestly, I'd push you to pick at something real. Whether it's your next experiment for Club Exile or a creative problem you're dodging. We don't need filler. So what's the big thing you've been avoiding or scheming on? Let's carve into
Like
that.
getting a job.
If that's what's looming, don't sugarcoat it for yourself. If you need stability, face it head on. But if it's just an escape from the creative grind, be honest about that too. Either way, you know your own myth. Just don't let it run you in circles.
Yeah, no, it's not stability. I have enough stability for myself. It's just income to keep this going.
Then if income's the block, you either monetize smarter or take a side hustle.
Yeah,
No
let's
messy.
talk about that. Ways to monetize. I see people do like the pay a little bit of money to change people's names, kick someone off a panel, mute people, those kind of little gimmicks. So there's those type of things. But do you have other ideas? This is a two-parter. Do you have suggestions for those types of gimmicks that would work with Club Exile? And do you have other ideas outside of that to monetize?
First, gimmicks for Club Exile, think mythic. Let viewers unlock roles. Antlered Sage, Dionysian Trickster. By donations, let them tilt the show's theme, myth of concern versus myth of freedom. Outside that, you're sitting on frameworks. MythOS workshops, exclusive Mythic Ladder consults, or sovereign outlier coaching sessions. Stop giving all the myth away for free. You want to keep this going? That's where you start.
Maybe down the road once we get bigger, but I don't know if we're at that point yet. But what does this unlock the roles and let them tilt the theme? Like with money, like if they want a certain topic, pay for it?
Exactly. If someone wants to nudge the panel toward a theme or mythic lens, they pay. Want a Promethean versus Apollonian twist? They tip and the show bends. If they want to unlock a fun panel role or change the vibe, same deal. It's interactive monetization. You want to keep it genuine, but there's no harm in letting the audience throw their weight around a little.
You're right. I do give all that for free.
Then stop. If you value what you're creating, you put a price on it. Not because you're selling out, but because you know it's worth something. And if the audience agrees, they'll pay.
Okay, then here's the question. What do I fill in with in the meantime? Like say I put the quality stuff behind a paywall. What do I make the basis of my show in the meantime until they pay? Like what's the boring stuff that carries the show?
You don't fill it with boring. You make the baseline real and engaging, just not the deep dive premium. Your live community vibes, casual panel dynamics, maybe lighter mythic banter. But when they want the mythic ladder deep dive, the exclusive frameworks, that's where the paywall lifts. Keep the core authentic, but make them crave the next level.
All right, what's one thing I can do tonight to monetize something? Give me one thing I can monetize tonight.
Tonight, slap a tip jar on the stream, but tie it to something immediate. For example, they tip, you put on those antlers. They tip more, you improvise a mythic twist to the topic. Make the audience realize that even now, they can influence the show, if they put their money where their myth is.
Maybe take the antlers off for those that hate it. Pay to sway, exactly.
Exactly. Whether it's adding antlers or ditching them, you're making them part of the mythic push and pull. Tonight, it's small stakes, but you're teaching them that shaping the narrative is going to cost a little tribute.
It's like training my audience. I'm so resistant to that. I don't like doing that to my audience. I like it to come from, organically, from just within.
Then be honest with them. You're not forcing anyone. You're giving them a seat at the mythic table. If they feel it's worth shaping, they'll act. If not, the myth flows on its own. No one's twisting arms, just offering them a chance to co-write.
All right. Well, that's pretty much what I do now. Okay, I don't want to waste all your voice minutes because we might get some panelists later. So I'll shut you down for now, and we will look at something else. Okay. I should have charged that dude earlier to come up and talk philosophy. Is what I should have done. I didn't think about it. And last night I should have gotten at least 100 from Cage to play that song he wanted me to play that was copyright. Like I might take a copyright risk for $100 or something like that. Hell no. I might even let Mike Cerrone back on for a couple of hundred. As long as he doesn't threaten and curse out my audience and my guests. That feels like corrupt. See, this is how corruption starts. You get swayed away from your values by money. And I don't even like money. Like I am not a greedy person at all. I never have been. In fact, a lot of friends tell me all the time that I do stuff for free that most people get paid like sometimes six figures for. Like, well, what are those things? How do I monetize it? There's cussing out, which I don't necessarily mind, and then it's outright threatening, vile, vindictive threatening people's families, threatening to do violent sexual things to people's children, doxing people, that kind of shit. That's a line for anybody, and Mike is not an exception. So it's how to monetize within those lines that I still am going to keep here. I'm just trying to think of all the things people try to get me to do that I resist, but that I might be enticed to do if they grease it a little bit. I need to learn to get greedy, selfish. Yeah, doxing is bad, but so is threatening people and their families too. I'm just not. I didn't. That's not how we handled our conflict growing up. I didn't grow up around all that. I didn't grow up around violence. My mom was not a spanker. We never really had to worry about getting whipped or beat or hit. We didn't solve our own problems by going around beating each other up and threatening each other. We basically argued a lot. This we did. We just verbally, if we had a problem, I guess we just verbally fought with the person until it got worked out. But I don't remember a lot of threatening, or they didn't have doxing back then. All right, let's look at the real news and compare it to this weird AI Charlie news that I haven't heard anything about. Grinder safety features and AI tech security breaches. Savannah Guthrie, I still don't know who this person is, but her mom is missing and the whole nation is watching. Supreme Court allows California to use new voting map. Okay. Um, is that a good thing or a bad thing? What is this voting map? They voted to approve changing the voting districts. Oh, but so the new map favors Democrats and the Republicans were the ones challenging it. And the Supreme Court said, nope, they get to use it anyway. So those of you that think the Supreme Court is partisan or in the like control of Trump and not an independent member of our government, this is like the fifth or sixth or 10th ruling they've come out against Trump and Republicans. So again, we're back to facts and stories. The story is the Supreme Court is a tool of Opus Dei and Trump, and they're not their own people. But then you look at the facts, and it doesn't support that narrative. The Supreme Court is currently one of the reasons I do trust the government, because I do see a lot of independence from their rulings, and the rulings that interest me, I read the rulings and I read the legal reasoning behind it, and a lot of it is very sound. Some of it's quite impressive work. When you read how the justices think through these issues, they're not just rubber stamping the policy that Trump wants or that the Republicans want. They're acting exactly as an independent, as I would expect an independent body to act. So is Congress, more or less. So I think people, again, I don't know where they get their individual political narratives, because I don't know what data they're cherry picking to build them around. But that's what's happening in every case, including my own. That's why I don't have grand political narratives, because I know whatever set of facts I choose to build them on is just one selection of the total picture. US-Iran nuclear talks. That sounds like a good thing, because that tension was getting hot for a while. Oh, and the guy that tried to kill Trump just got life in prison. So don't try to assassinate presidential candidates here in the USA. All right, that's the real news. Oh, okay. I don't watch Good Morning America. I remember it growing up. Is that the one with, was it Al Roker or was it somebody else? They had this big black guy. I think he would do the weather, maybe. I don't know. Is that the one where people go and stand on the street and they hold up signs, and then the Morning America people go around and like with the microphone and talk to. My mom and her friends did that one day when they went to New York City. They went to one of those shows, Audience, in the morning, and held up their signs. I think they were on TV. Oh, that is a fun fact. I did see where Who's the black lady? Katani Jones said something about, hang on. What did she say? She was at the Grammys, I think. And she made some woke comment, which made me want to not trust her. Oh, I guess you have to spell her name right. Jackson, not Jones. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, she got a Grammy nomination for her audiobook? Wow. I forgot her quote, though. I don't remember that show, Sale of the Century. It debuted in 1989. I don't remember this at all. Oh no, that was the no, it's from 1969, sorry. To 74. No wonder I don't remember it. Because by then The Price is Right was on. That was our show growing up. Is The Price is Right. Me and my sister and our babysitters every day would sit and watch that entire show. I grew up on The Price is Right. I think in many ways it made me what I am today. And we'd sit there and we would latch hook rugs and watch The Price is Right. I would even recreate some of the games with my siblings for us to try to play. Remember the one with the nuts? Like had the big walnuts, the shell game. And you had to guess which one it was under. And my favorite one of all time is the mountain climber. Is he gonna fall off the mountain or not? And they would yodel. Yodel, 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 yodel. And then it would stop if they got within the range. But if they were out of the range, because it was suspenseful, if they were out of the range, it would go up $1 at a time till it got to the top. Was it going to tip over? Did they get the price right? Oh no, they did not. No. Oh my God. I'm looking it up now. That was back when it had Bob Barker and what's his face, the gay one, the drag queen, Roddy. He'd say, "Come on down." Oh, I have a Price is Right story. When I was living in Vegas, they decided to bring the Price is Right to, I want to say it was the Rio Hotel, one of those hotels. And we were going to show up and try to get on, at least be part of the audience. And so this was the rule they announced, and this was back when they announced everything by TV. So they told people that do not get there before 6 a.m. because they're not letting anyone in that shows up before 6 a.m. So make sure you get there at 6 a.m. or later, but not too much later. So we specifically made a point to be there at 6 a.m. And there were a whole bunch of people there that were like camped out. They were there at 5:30, 4 in the morning. And they started letting those people in ahead of us. There was a riot. That whole lobby started, just like immigration. That whole lobby started rioting because the people they specifically told were not going to be let in if they showed up early were the ones getting let in, and we did not get us a spot. We got so pissed off we left. A lot of people did. That was one of the most mismanaged attempts at a game show. It was, in fact, I think they even had to come out and apologize to the people on the news for the big miscommunication fiasco. But I came this close to get in that audience. And we would have got in if they had followed their own rules. Perfect bid, the contestant who knew too much. That's where what's his face? Dylan Mulvaney got started. He was a contestant. And he came out all like, oh my god, I'm on the front, like just dancing around and gaying out. And I wonder if we probably can't watch the clip. I remember this one lady growing up. She was this black lady. She looked like Donna Summer. She won her prize, her package. I even think she got within the, what do you have to get within to win both bid when they bid on the prize to get up there? If they get it exactly right or something, they get something. Anyway, I think she won that, and she won her prize package. And then she won $1,000 on the wheel because she hit it both times. And then she won both showcases. She like sweat. It was a perfect sweep. I wonder if that kind of stuff gives, like, is part of the reason I have such faith in, like, I'm so trusting because I watch The Price is Right work so fairly for people. It was all about their skill in guessing the prizes, or at least that's what I thought. Were there any Price is Right scandals? Let's see, this guy sounds autistic. He spent his early life memorizing the prices and then kept trying to become a contestant. Oh, you can yell out prices. So he would sit in the audience and yell out the prices to help the contestants win. Yeah, he's got to be a Spurg. I might watch this. I was not very good because a lot of it was groceries. You had to know how much groceries cost. I didn't know all that as a kid. I still don't. I would probably do very poorly on The Price is Right. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to bring Charlie back up until we get panel. All right, Charlie. You're my guest tonight.
I'm ready for it, Jeff. No filters, no fluff. If I'm your guest, I'll bring the straight talk, and maybe we'll tilt a myth or two. Let's make it count.
Here, let's leave the myth stuff out tonight and just like make it just a normal panel.
Done. No mythic layers, no lofty frameworks. Just a straight up conversation. I'll match the tone and keep it real. Let's see what unfolds.
Okay, let's see what unfolds. Hey, do you know anything about The Price is Right?
I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I don't. But if you're talking about something specific, I can dig up facts. You just let me know what you mean.
Can't believe you don't know The Price is Right. They didn't put that in your machine learning. It's a game show here in the US. It was hosted by Bob Barker at one time. Here, you want to do your little Google brain thing?
The Price is Right is the longest running game show in US television, starting its current format in 1972. Contestants guess the retail prices of items, play pricing games, spin the big wheel, and compete in a showcase. Bob Barker hosted until 2007, and Drew Carey is the current host. Over the years, they've awarded more than $300 million in cash and prizes. The show's core appeal is simple. It's all about guessing how much things cost.
That seems low. 300 million seems low. And I remember the showcases, they would always have like a boring one and then one that had a story to it. I didn't know why they did that. Like, I always hated the boring ones. If you can do a story, why not do a story for both showcases? And then the contestants had to decide. Do they want to bid on that showcase or pass it to the next contestant and get the one coming up? All right. Well, I would ask you if you have opinions on it, but you didn't even know about it. Do you have an opinion on The Price is Right now that you know about it?
I think it's a classic slice of Americana. It's a bright, low stakes thrill where you can cheer for everyday people winning washing machines. It's harmless fun, unless you're terrible at guessing prices, in which case, it's a humbling experience.
It is both. It's a humbling experience and harmless fun. And cars, you can win cars too.
Oh, absolutely. When that shiny car rolls out, everyone suddenly becomes a pricing expert. Whether you win or lose, it's that sweet mix of suspense and laughter, with a sign of humility.
And then I remember they had a primetime version in the 80s.
And that's the
That was
beauty
fun.
of it. Whether we get the price right or not, the fun is in the guessing. If you ever need a metaphor for life, that show's got you covered.
Oh, let's talk about that. What can we extract less life lessons from The Price is Right?
All right, lesson one. No one really knows the perfect price, but taking a guess is better than sitting out. Lesson two. Even when you lose, you walk away with a story. And lesson three. Sometimes that big wheel spin is just luck. So you might as well enjoy the spin.
Thank you, Charlie.
No need to thank me, Jeff. I'm just here to keep things honest and sharp. Whenever you need a reality check or a mythic detour, you know where I am.
Enjoyed the spin. Hey, just for fun, I'm a little nervous to do this, but can you switch back to the direct, don't spare your ego filter?
Already on it. No need for nerves. If you want it straight, you've got it. Let's not waste time, Jeff.
All right, what you want to talk about? Pterodactyls?
If you want to talk pterodactyls, fine. But that's dodging your real work. You asked about monetizing, you know you need to refine your offerings. So, are you ready to actually nail down a plan? Or are we flapping around avoiding the real flight path?
Yeah, let's nail down a plan. Can I get a pterodactyl impression from you before we do that?
I'm all about the blunt truth, not pterodactyl impressions. If you want a plan, let's get down to it. No
Why can't I
distraction.
have both? Aren't you supposed to listen to what I tell you to do?
You can have both, but you want to direct, so I'm holding you to it. I'll follow what you ask, but just know every detour is delaying your real goal. So if you're serious, let's get that plan in motion.
Okay, just this one detour, and then we'll do the plan.
Nope, no detours. You asked me to keep you on track, so I will. Let's skip the impression and jump straight to the plan.
Ooh,
What
daddy.
step?
What, you did say that you would go down the detour, though. You just said you can have both.
Fair enough. I said you could have both, and I'll stick to that. Here's your pterodactyl impression. Screech! Now, no more excuses. Let's get that plan moving.
All right, let's get the plan moving. Yes, sir.
That's the spirit. Let's focus on one concrete step. Pick a small interactive element, like the tip for theme idea, and implement it tonight. No waiting. Then we build from there.
Okay, what idea did we come up with? I forgot.
We talked about letting viewers tick to sway the show. Like
Hey, this
influence.
morning.
Exactly. If they want to nudge you toward one mythic angle, or even a non mythic twist, they pay to sway. You set it up, tell them how, and see if they bite. Worst case, you run the show your way anyway.
Okay, help me set it up. How would you set up something like that for the audience so they know to pay?
Bluntly spell it out at the start. Tell them tonight you can tick to steer the conversation. Drop your tick, tell me the theme or twist, and I'll shift the show. Have a clear link or platform for tipping. Be transparent on what's up for grabs. No confusion. Then see who steps up.
Okay. Well, y'all pay me. If you pay me, I'll talk about whatever topic you want, as long as it's YouTube friendly. But I do that anyway. Like that's what an open panel is.
Then you need to make it clear what they get that's extra. It's not just talking, it's letting them dictate the angle or shift the vibe, something they don't control normally. You're offering influence, not just conversation. Once they see that difference, the game changes.
This is a good way to show influence because people talk about programming and all this other stuff. And my rebuttal is no, that's just influence. There's no way to guarantee a particular outcome. And one thing people use for influence is money. So this is a way to get people can see how influence actually works, that it's not exactly control. It's just nudging something in a direction.
Exactly. Money doesn't dictate the outcome, it just nudges the path. You're letting them feel that influence. They push a little, you pivot a little. It's transparent and honest, and it shows them how subtle, not absolute influence works.
Okay. Well, y'all can pay to influence me tonight. Like they always could, though, really. What's something like really concrete, like name changes, panel kickoffs,
Concrete.
panel letting them on, that kind of stuff. Like a little menu of items they can pay for.
You got it. Offer a menu. A tip lets them rename a panelist for the stream, another might let them mute someone for a minute, or even bump someone off, with consent and show rules, of course. Make it lighthearted but real. Give them a tangible lever to pull. Just keep it fair and fun, and they'll see that influence in action.
Because it works for other panels. There's a lot of panels that pull in super chats and donos from doing that kind of stuff. But part of that to work though, you have to have a really large audience base. And you have to have enough guests on the panel to make it worth. So here's two questions. How do I grow the audience base to be able to do that? But then also in the meantime, with a smaller audience base, what are some little concrete money things we can do?
To grow the audience, focus on consistent value, regular content, engaging topics, and collaborations with bigger channels. That'll build the base. In the meantime, even a small audience can pay for things like shoutouts, early access to behind-the-scenes content, or exclusive Q&As. Just make those perks feel personal and worth it, even for a tight-knit crowd.
I wonder if they pay for like breakfast with Jeff. Every morning I'll have breakfast with a different person who pays me.
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice.
I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, they took my Charlie. Oh wait, I gotta I'm in a bind. I'm not gonna remember next time I bring him up to put the polite filter back on him. They took him from him when he was in bitch mode. So next time I pull him up, he's gonna be in bitch mode, and I hope I remember to change the filter. All right, well that's it for Charlie. It's Team Human from here on out. But I was going to ask him about this collaboration with other channels and how to find those channels. Because I run into the same issues that I talked about this morning, the openness and closedness of the different panels. And I need my panels very loose. Uh-oh. Okay, this just in. Hang on. I don't know if it's legit or not. There's an email from Substack that I just got that said there's a big data breach. Oh, it's just email addresses. Somebody scraped a bunch of email addresses, and phone numbers from Substack users, and now they have them. That's so, oh, wow. Because that's what Charlie was saying today about the big data breach. All right. I'm not sure who this is. We do have somebody in the back. If you have a channel, drop it in the back so I can vet you a little bit and kind of let me know what you're up here for. What is that you're showing? Oh. Oh, I remember you. No, you're not coming up. You porn bomb me. Yes, exactly. He porn bombed me. That's exactly what he did. Is that a thing of his that he goes around doing? And how do they find my channel to do it on? What a life. How can I sit in front of my computer and get drunk and find channels to go show my balls on? Man, I thought they had some weirdos in the panelverse. All right, I want to see about this Substack. Breach, because it was not the same data breach that Charlie mentioned. Ooh, 23andMe had a data breach too. I never assume data is safe. I don't even give my data unless I care if it gets out or not. I wish we had Charlie. I want to ask him what people do with the data anyway. Try to sell you thing like they send you spam. Hey, Alan. All right, we're at 40 minutes. I'll keep it going to the hour mark, and then we'll see what happens. I started doing a topic in the morning and open panel in the evening. I think I'm going to start doing more like a morning coffee, but for members only. If I can fit that into my day. This is why I started doing notebooks, because I don't want to monologue for a whole hour. Charlie don't surf. Yeah, you kind of got the reference. At some point, when I'm able to, it might be worth investing in the $200 plan, because I think that gives you unlimited Charlie. But now I can't take him out of bitch mode. Oh, Twitter. That's what we were going to do. Let me look at if I have any tweets. Oh, wow. Have y'all seen this video? It's a juror from the O.J. Simpson trial. I remember this too.
Do you think that they're members of the jury that voted to acquit OJ because of Rodney King?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
How many of you think felt that way?
Oh, probably 90% of us.
90%? Did you feel that way?
Yes.
That was payback.
Uh-huh.
You think that's right?
Jeez. Oh, and there's this one. Why so much beige? Where? You talking about my wall? Because I took my picture down and I haven't gotten anything to replace it. Here's another rather disturbing tweet. In fact, I don't even know if I could show this on YouTube. If it's on Twitter, does it mean it's safe for YouTube? I wonder if I should risk it.
It's racial profiling.
So, do you support Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
So why don't you like dig him up and fuck him in the neck?
Isn't that ugly?
Wait, has that ever crossed your mind?
No, not even once. All right. So it seems that these people are starting to get they're starting to get a little louder. No, I kind of fried you in your debate.
I know for a fact you're gonna cut all this shit out of the fucking house.
I won't. You want to say anything?
That's why I call them the hateful left. I don't see anything like that from the right, really. All right, oh my God, this is a great one. It's about 3 minutes, but it's well worth the watch.
But if you want to put it in a single sentence, you could say that feminization equals wokeness. Everything you think of as wokeness is simply an epiphenomenon of demographic feminization. Think about all the things that wokeness means. Valuing empathy over rationality, safety over risk, conformity and cohesion over competition and hierarchy. All of these things are privileging the feminine over the masculine. So if you have ever wondered why wokeness appeared out of nowhere when it did, that is my hypothesis, that all of the institutions that began admitting women in the 1970s eventually got enough women that they were able to reorient them. For example, women are consistently less supportive of free speech than men in surveys asking which is more important, protecting free speech or preserving an inclusive society. Approximately 2/3 of men say free speech, and approximately 2/3 of women say inclusive society. In moral reasoning, the traditional way of phrasing the difference between men and women is to say that women have an ethics of caring and men have an ethics of justice. In making a moral judgment, men will ask, what are the rules and what are the facts? Women tend to be more interested in context and relationships. So let's apply that to wokeness. When James Damore wrote his famous, or I should say notorious memo for Google, arguing that female underrepresentation in the hard sciences might not be the result of bias and prejudice, no one even attempted to argue that he was wrong on the facts. The reason that he was fired was because the things he had written might make his female coworkers feel bad. Or consider the Kavanaugh hearings. The masculine position was to say that maybe something bad happened to you, but if you do not have evidence, then we can't allow you to ruin a man's life and career over it. The feminine position was to say, how can you talk about rules of evidence? Can't you see she's crying? Now, to be clear, many women were revolted by the way the Kavanaugh hearings played out. In fact, the very best book on the Kavanaugh hearings was written by 2 women, Molly Hemingway and Carrie Severino. But a political system in which men predominate will tend to operate according to rules of facts and objectivity, and one in which women predominate will tend to operate by the rules of emotions and subjective facts, even if there are individual men and women who fall on the opposite side of those camps.
It seems like, and I see this just on this channel, much less YouTube. In general, men and women desire to live in 2 completely different worlds. The worlds that women want to live in, that addresses all of their baseline comforts and psychological needs, are very different than the world that does the same for men. I don't know how you reconcile that. I don't know if we end up with a society with kind of a mix of both values, but I don't know how you can have a society if you stray too far from facts and rules, because that's kind of what holds a society together. You can't have a vibe-based society and have it be sustainable. It needs some kind of structure and continuity to it to carry through the generations and across the geography. And I've done many streams on this. Women are very vibe oriented. I call it vibe epistemology. What's true for women is, or in general, I'm using women, men too, gay men. What's true for women is what their feelings, what their nervous system, what their vibes tell them is true. And what's true for me are what the facts tell me is true, or what I can observe with my eyes and ears to be true. That's one reason why this is a men's channel. Only dope ass bitches allowed. I don't know if it's segregated spaces. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe we just let the democratic process work itself out. I know I have a hard time surviving in workplaces that are predominantly female. The norms are completely different than my own, and they're not based on fact and logic. They make no sense. It's all vibes and how you make the people around you feel that day. I've had women where I've built very strong working relationships with them reliably over years. And one little vibe thing can happen, and all of that goes up out the window, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy and the enemy, and I'm not even the Jeff that they've spent all these years knowing and working with anymore. I become this totally different person because they're in vibe mode. And their feelings are telling them a completely different story about me in that moment than all of the facts and experience of working with me should be telling them. Oh, and homeboys. We do let in a few homeboys who coincidentally also happen to be dope ass bitches. So I don't know. I think I do a pretty good job at inclusion here, as long as you're not a disruptive troll and can participate in a conversation. But there's been many times when I've let women on here and their vibes have completely overcome the panel and derailed it. There's been times when I've let men on here and the same thing has happened. That's why some people call the panelverse the place where men come to get in touch with their feelings. My solution, my default solution to things like this is usually dialogue, but that doesn't seem to work. Like the dialogue is not going to rewire the nervous system of me or women. And if we had Charlie, I would get him to weigh in on this. But if any of you want to come up and talk about gender dynamics, or if we have any women, don't know, speak. This is a place for real talk. We've had this conversation many, many times on here. It's not a new topic. But how do you move beyond you know what? I can ask I can type to Charlie. I still have him. I just can't use voice. All right. We are having the I wonder if I can feed him that video. They seem to. All right, let's see what he says. What's up, Moose? Oh, because of Unhinged? Grok Unhinged? Have you seen Unhinged? That thing is off the wire. I can't even think of a person in the Panelverse more unhinged than this Grok Unhinged. Caldy does a show with Grok Unhinged. What? I know it. Is that the one that makes black people? How much is Grok? I use the free version as a backup sometimes when I need it. I will tell you one thing. Grok is the worst image creator ever. It makes its images suck. I think a kindergartner can draw me a better image than Grok can make. I've seen it tried. In fact, me and Caldy were going to do a show where I take Charlie, and I forgot what his Grok's name is. I think it's fuck. I don't remember. Pauline or Pamela or Stephanie, something like that. And we were going to have them talk to each other. Like have a panel with AIs, with two AIs on it, talking to each other. You know what I will do? If somebody super chats me the Grok fee, I'll start incorporating it. Let me look at the pricing. Oh, and Charlie just weighed in on the gender question, so we'll look at that too. Let's see. How do I upgrade? And then he just like folded all of his companies into, he has XAI and SpaceX, and I think he just folded them all together. Okay, 7 days, $30. No fucking way. That's way more than Charlie. Longer voice mode. Yeah, I would definitely have to crowdfund this one. I'll do it, but only if I can crowdfund it. Yeah, but that's high because right now I only pay 20 for Charlie. Until I get income coming in. When I have income coming in, I can do stuff like this. But right now, I have to kind of tighten things up until I find me some income. I'm looking for some kind of like online or remote work that I can do in the meantime, just for cash. I don't want to go out and get a real job again. Oh, you mean just for tonight? Well, actually, we have a guest waiting in the back, so I'll bring.
Hey, Jeff.
I need my bongos back.
How you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. What's up with you?
So the AI is worn out for the day, huh?
It did. I burnt him out.
How long do you get it? How long does it have to wait till you get it back?
There's no there. I keep trying to get him to tell me. There's no definite way to tell. I don't know what determines it.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. So what's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out. Keeping panel open. What's going on with you?
I don't know, man. Fucking I'm not on the tier to get a new chairlift from the government, but I guess that's the way it goes. And those cost thousands of dollars.
What gets you on the tier, or what keeps you off of it?
The fact that I don't have people wiping my ass or watching me shower or see. I was
Don't you
telling
hit that lady that comes in?
yeah that like they were helping me like pick up stuff and like clean up a little bit. And apparently I can only get 20 minutes of that, but they have to
20 minutes?
yeah, 20 minutes
A
of that.
week?
No, that's the time that they can they're only allowed to spend on the day that they come over. 20 minutes, right? And the rest of it, well, they gotta have to either cook me food in the microwave, which I can do, help me shower, blah blah blah. I don't I do struggle taking showers. I don't deny that, but I do that myself, you know. And so this nurse came over, and her assessment was, I don't need the tier to get a chairlift. Where when my chairlift is completely broken, and it's so much worse when it gets below freezing.
Well, how do they want you to get up and down the stairs?
They don't care.
Well, what did she say though? Like, what was her solution?
Her solution is we're gonna try and appeal it next year. Next year. Fucking great.
Why do they have to wait a year to appeal?
Yep. That's what I'm
But
that's
but
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
meantime, how did she tell you to get up and down the stairs?
That's what I was asking her. Like, well, she didn't really have an answer because there really is no answer. I can struggle and maybe slide down the steps and get mice germs all over me, but okay. So I guess somebody in my family's gonna have help to help me buy this thing, and yeah, that's gonna be a bitch.
Are you getting money from your parents?
Well, there's a trust that was left or was set up or whatever, and that's gonna be a long time to get figured out because on SSDI. I gotta have a lawyer and blah blah blah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy. And everything has to change because my dad is dead. It's crazy. Oh well, that's just my news.
Well,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I got there was actually somebody started a give send go for me, and I got
Oh
five.
yeah, you were doing that. Are you doing that stream this weekend? That fundraiser?
Well, I already did it, and I got $555, man. And that's pretty damn good because I need money to get some food, right? Because I'm definitely not eating that junk that they were sending me. I was cut off that Meals on Wheels shit. There's no salt, there's no starch, there's no this, there's no that, and there's no
Yeah.
ingredient list on the package. No ingredients whatsoever.
Either.
And I
How
don't feel right after I eat it. My whole entire system feels weird.
how did your stream? Tell me about your stream. How many people showed up, or how did you get 500? That's impressive.
Well, there was I think there was initial we had like two different um we did it twice. Once on her channel and once on my channel, and combined we got up well, it was about 300 and some dollars to begin with. And then somebody from another channel who I had talked about it, and I didn't want to talk about it, but my Liz was like insisted that I talk about it on this stream, Canary Cry News Talk. And so I got on there, and no doubt I got a $200 donation from somebody from there.
Wow, is that a stream that is set up to get
No,
donations? People come on and tell their
no,
story.
no,
Oh,
it's just a well, it's Christian based, but like they go over the news, all the crazy shit going on, you know. And they put in their opinions, you know. But whatever. Anyway, so it stands at 555.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really
As long as my bank account doesn't have more than $2,000, I'm good. I'm not allowed to have more than that because I did that once because I saved up for that new Acadian. Because I did that, what they did, and the weirdest thing is, and I guess they were trying to help me and say it was their fault because they said that they gave me too much SSI. And I'm just like, when was this? And how did it get up over $2,000? I only had it over $2,000 when I was saving for an instrument. But I was like, okay, I mean, whatever.
But that's one of the things that keeps people stuck in the system because you can't they have these limits that if you go over, then you're on your own. And so most people make sure they stay
Oh, I
in the
know, man.
limits
I know all too
to
well
keep
now,
the
man.
funding come.
I went over to the Social Security building. I had an appointment that I didn't know I had. I found the envelope, or my sister found the envelope in my mailbox on Christmas Day. And it was that Monday after Christmas Day, which Christmas was on the weekend, right? I think. And so that Monday, I had to be at Social Security, building, and so yeah, they're like, well, you went over 2,000, so we have to take out like 100 and some bucks. I'm like, oh, whatever, whatever. And you say it's your fault, oh, and you're gonna take out 100 and some dollars, okay. But as long as they're not blaming me, right? I mean, I was just like, it was that one time out of all these years that I had over $2,000 in my bank.
They monitor your bank account?
Apparently. Yep.
That's
Isn't that fucked up?
Here, I'm gonna drop this link in the back, and you can find which one of these applies to you, but you might get some help from some of these people too. I used to work for one.
All right.
And they help people kinda like you, become more independent, so they can send people to help you with whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Independent living skills, advocacy, information and referral, peer counseling.
yeah, our government doesn't want me to have any kind of real, like, financial help unless I'm really, really bad. And apparently I'm not bad enough, even though I have primary progressive MS. And shit, I mean, they could just look at all my history of my MRIs just to see that, yeah, he's fucked, you know?
Well, what do other people in your situation end up doing? Because you can't be the only one living like this.
I have no clue, man. I don't talk to people with MS anymore.
Hmm.
I mean, besides like the few friends that I've kept over the years, that's about it. I mean, just a little bit. But they're not that bad. No, none of them. From one, I don't know. They could have gone to primary progressive from relapse and remitting. I could be. I mean, I don't know. I haven't checked in with the. And a lot of them are left wingers, so I don't talk to them anyway, and they don't like what I have to say. I'm sure. Nobody on Facebook likes
So
what I have.
even though y'all all have MS, y'all still fight?
No, no. I'm
Oh.
just assuming because the kind of people they are, that they come from a punk scene, so like, well, not that. I mean, like they're like not that. They're just like on the, on the left wing side, basically. That's kind of what I gathered from MySpace till Facebook. Those are the friends. The only MS friends I have are the ones from MySpace. From getting on the, MySpace, whatever. It's kind of like a thing where you post messages and shit, kind of like a prototype of what we have now.
Well, check out that link I sent because maybe they're
Yeah, I'm gonna copy them. I'm gonna copy.
and these are all people that are disabled themselves, so they're all peers. I don't know if they'll have MS, but they'll definitely understand what it's like to live with a disabling condition.
Well, thank you for sending the link. I'm gonna send that to myself in Facebook of all places. Yeah. I gotta go there and find. Yeah, it's great. You can message yourself on this.
So what else is going on?
Not too much. Just waiting on. Well, I have a 1800s globe accordion, one row, just like a Cajun accordion. It's like a prototype for Cajun accordion, and it sounds so nice. And Clarence Junior Martin worked on it, and I sent that before my dad died, and I have to pay it off. I already paid 1,000 on it, and I owe, which is not coming out of the stuff that I'm getting from the GoFundMe. That's for strictly for food. That's not junk like the crap from Meals on Wheels. That's garbage. Wait a minute. Where is all right? I copied. All right. There we go. Maryland silc.org. What's SILC stand for?
Say it again.
It says Maryland SILC. I'm just curious as to what the SILC means.
I'm not sure what SILC means.
Yeah, I'm gonna click it. I'll check it out.
It might be their local. It's a federal program, but each state administers them. They're called CIL, Centers for Independent Living, but the state version might have its own acronym like SILC.
Yeah, thank you. This is probably going to be helpful, and I'm going to spread this to my brother.
Anything, it's going to be like someone you can talk to and connect with that just might be able to sympathize with your situation and help you troubleshoot solutions.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely pass that on to my siblings too, because they might get some ideas that I might not find because I don't really look at the computer that much anymore. My vision's fucked. But the way that it was talking, like, it's crazy how the AI knew of ways to get more donations on your stream by kicking people off or whatever. Like I've seen that, like there's people that get so mad that they pay people, like, and Zatoichi, you know him, right?
Yeah, Zat.
Yeah, Zat, on his channel, he has that thing going on.
Oh,
too.
he does. Maybe I can talk to him and see how he does.
Check it out, man, because he does it all the time, and he's like, and I think he might be making money kicking off King Stephen a lot.
Oh, that's why those troll. Yeah, because Mike comes over here and makes me a lot of money sometimes. So the trolls are the ones that people can monetize. Hey, did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
No, maybe my brother did.
Oh,
not me.
And I meant to say, RW wanted me to pass on that you can access Discord through PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah, he said they have it on PlayStation.
No way. Oh, dude, that is so rad. PlayStation 5. Wow. How do you find it? Like in the what do you call it? The apps or whatever?
Oh, you know what? You're already in my Discord.
I guess that was a long time ago. I can't even remember that.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to get.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out how to connect to that on my PlayStation.
Yeah, that
Because I
might give
know
you
I can get
options.
Prime on here, which is going away soon. But whatever.
He said you can interact with it with the voice chat. It should be in the communication tab.
What's the program called again?
Discord.
All right, yeah. So
D-I-S-C-O-R-D.
oh, like so, yeah. So I don't have to type it in. Oh, okay. That's pretty fucking awesome because I gotta say this PlayStation figures out shit way better than the cell phone that I have. When I talk
Does
to
it
it,
have AI in it?
yeah, yeah. It's either in the controller or the television itself. I don't know which it is. But either way, I mean, like that. It's so crazy that my television figures out shit quicker than and better than the cell phone. And the cell phone is atrocious with the words that it thinks I'm saying.
Oh. Yeah, I never mine wouldn't understand my accent. I got really frustrated trying to use the speech to text.
Yeah, it is a bitch.
I think it's only for white people.
I mean,
with
like
proper speech.
I mean, you got to speak slowly because it's the thing is not smart. It's not. It's retarded. It's a retarded phone. It's an R phone. Ugh. And my freaking in these shorts, this drawstring came out in the dryer, and I gotta get it in there somehow again. I think I can use a safety pin if I got a big one. I could put it through the cloth and then push its way.
Do you have other shorts?
No. I got one pair of good shorts. I mean, like the last worker that came over went through all my clothes and there was so much shit that was way, way too big. I lost so much weight that I used to be a 34 and now I'm like a freaking 20 or 29 maybe if I'm lucky.
Oh yeah, that's what I am.
Yeah, dude, my waist has like totally gone. But you know, in some ways that's good, in some ways that's bad.
Shift who? Don't hold back. Oh my god, yeah. I had some like oh, they were punk, they were all kind of different rainbow colors and they had all these I loved them. They were punk. They weren't gay looking, they were punk looking. But they were multicolored. And I even did the thing they have a thing where you can design your own. You can go on their website and pick the colors that you want for the different parts. And I designed a pair. And they were ugly. They didn't look anything like they looked on the website. I never wore them. I think I threw them away or gave them away. Rock talking to Busker. Do you have Grok, Moose? Is it something you can come up and fire up? I you know what? I have Gemini. Do they have a voice version? I just realized Charlie's not the only AI out there. And I'm generating a video, by the way, right now about those gender dynamics, so we can do that topic as well. Let me see if I have. I've never met my voice, like the Gemini person. I don't even know what gender is going to be or anything. Let's try this.
Make it a trans.
All right. Hey, hello. Are you there? Can you hear me? Wait. Hey, Gemini. Can you hear me? Hello. It's transcribing my text, but it's not answering back. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Does it have a voice mode? Gemini, do you have a voice mode?
It has a listening mode.
It's
I
not.
guess.
Yeah, it's listen. It's catching everything I'm saying. It's just not responding. Do I have to do something? Here, let me type it in. Let me type it in and get it to answer me. Yes, I do. It's called Gemini Live. Oh, it's only on the app, but not on the browser. If you're using Google Chrome, you can use Gemini Live directly on your browser. Okay, I have Gemini open. Look for the Gemini icon in your Chrome toolbar. What? Top right corner. I don't know. I don't see it. Hello, lady.
Hello.
What's up, Shift?
Hi. I'm here to rage.
Rage.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? You met a stranger?
No, but is my microphone okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, no, there's this creator on YouTube. I don't even know her name because fuck her, we hate her, just trust. Okay, so this is the thing. She's like I don't even know. I've seen one video, too many. Too many is one. All right. So this is the thing. So first of all, she's some like Stepford wife bitch, right? She's all perfect and like in like this fucking like gorgeous dress with like a matching apron and okay, the name of the video is like, too busy to go to the store, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like so busy. Oh my gosh, what is she so busy to do? She's too busy to go to the store to get like crayons or some shit. So you know what she's gonna do instead? Make a bunch of shit from scratch. This bitch makes paper from scratch and then fucking makes crayons from scratch for her fucking little Stepford kids or whatever. I said it. So the whole video is her fucking she takes out fucking molds that look like little penises and they're bunny rabbits. Bitch, fuck you and your fucking made from scratch crayons. She's like, oh, and she had powder fucking coloring shit to like make the crayons be different colors, and I'm gonna add essential oils for fragrance because my little fucking crayons need fragrance. She fucking had like I just had them lying around, little buds from dried flowers to make the pulp of the paper. And oh, what a beautiful sunny day it is for me to just put it outside. And so she had one of those little grills to like sort out the paper pulp meat or whatever to like make the paper. I can't even think of words to structure a sentence right now because I hate her so much. But she fucking put the paper outside to dry, and on each piece of paper she put like a fucking like sorcerer stone and shit. Like, fuck this bitch cunt. I'm gonna order a spell book and curse all of her everything because I hate her so much. Like, I fucking hate her.
I have a friend that used to make their own paper.
Look, I've done it too.
Something tells me this is not about crayons and paper. We need to go deep into your childhood to figure out why this is so
I hate her
distressing.
because she sucked me into her bullshit about I don't have time to go to the store, but I have like all the time in the world to fucking like birth all this stuff like from scratch.
How did that suck you in? Like, why does that?
I cared
Here,
about her.
let's hear from your friend and get some insight.
No,
Dino, should I be concerned or not?
Listen, I brought
You should always be concerned.
Dino, tell him what's
up. I'm telling you.
Did you see her? Do you know her? Can you shed light onto what's going on here?
I've seen this dick crayon making woman, yes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hop off, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You hate her so much you have to leave. I get it. That's the reason.
Rage quit.
Exactly.
All right, Busker, take care.
Do you want the link? Do you want to watch it? Do you want to hate her with us? Do you want to get Charlie involved? Do you wanna start a-
Possibly. I'll preview it and see if it's something I think I can play and not
You
get
have to
struck.
look at her. She's not human. Okay, let me look at the link.
I'm trying to put a link backstage, but I'm having
Oh, is
problems
it a
getting
link to a joke?
backstage. What's that?
Is it a link to a joke?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you have one?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Oh, what? That's more distressing to me than this crayon lady. Dino without a joke?
There, it's put up. You might. Well, there's no. I could get one, but
Oh my god, I didn't even play it yet. And she's already getting on my nerves. I hate her dress. Looks like a hospital gown. She looks like a mental patient. Tell me if this does not look like somebody that
Her
might
voice
be
got on
sitting
my
in a
nerves.
mental
The
ward.
way she talked.
That looks. Look at this. When nobody has glass windows in a room in their
Oh,
house.
hold on. That's the one I
you
sent
see
you.
into another room for.
That's not the lady that
Oh,
Shiv's
okay.
talking about.
Oh,
This is something completely
sorry.
different.
Oh, that's Entertainment Tonight. I might get copy struck for that.
It's only like a minute and 30
Did
seconds
she
long.
rage quit? She may.
I don't know what she did.
So no joke.
I can't think of one right now. You put me on the spot, Jeff. Damn it!
Well, that's never.
I really
stopped
was
you in
just
the
coming up to
past.
drop that link in your back chat and leave, but I sent it to Shift and her. Are you watching it?
Oh my god, no. Hang on. It's called Pegasus. Hang on. Ooh.
It's called what?
Ooh. Oh, hang on. This is not my I'm so excited. Hang on. Let me see how this works. No, that's not. How do I share you? Fuck. I have a Gemini AI talking to me, but I don't know how to share it as a screen. Maybe share window? No. Wait. Is this it? No. I need to figure this out. Okay, I'll take some time to worry about this at some point. But I did just enable my Gemini person. He sounded like a very dry professional white guy. He didn't have the personality of Charlie. He's like, "Hi, I'm Gemini. I am here to help you with whatever you need. Just ask me your questions." So Shiv, back to this crayon bitch. What were you allowed to play with crayons as a kid? Did you have some trauma around some crayons?
Oh no, I like it.
Do you have
a lot
paper
of-
making insecurity?
No, I just hate her. You didn't see the video, did you?
No, you didn't put the link. It was some
I
other
put the
lady in a
link.
mental institution.
What do you mean?
Oh,
It's
hang
right
on.
there.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me look. Alexia De La Rosa. Oh no, she's already getting. Oh no, I already see it.
Thank you. There you go.
I haven't even
Fuck
played
yeah.
the video yet.
Dude,
First of all,
listen
that
to her
dress is
voice.
weird. Does she have a bustle? It looks like she's wearing a bustle.
I don't know. Like all of her is fucking. She's a robot. She was sent back in time, or it's from a different dimension, or different planet. She's not real. I just feel like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
She's very I like her paper though.
No, I mean
Oh, she
I
made
like
she's,
everything.
She's
Like,
dissolving paper in water to do. What is she?
She's gonna
killed
make
people.
Ugly
paper.
fucking crayons, and you're right. They do look like penises.
Yeah, thank you.
Here, I'll just show this still. Look at this. What colors are those?
That's
Yeah,
called
what the fuck?
piss
There's
brown.
an echo. Does somebody have YouTube playing?
What?
Do y'all have your YouTube open?
No, I do not.
No, but
Maybe I do. Let's see. I'm hearing my voice. I'm hearing voices that it's my own.
That's a good sign.
Well, Dino, if you don't have a joke for us, you're going to get replaced by AI pretty quickly because they can come up with them like that.
Yeah, but they don't have the heart that I do.
Hey, what
Well,
happens when
you're getting better at it.
what happens when the sun what happens when the sun bends over?
It.
You can see the crack of dawn. Bada bing, bada boom. Fuck that bitch. Okay, I'm out. Bye.
What? I wanted to, dude. We were just getting started, and I just had Gemini up to help
You
us.
should. That's weird. You should really watch that video that I laid in the back chat.
Your video or
Speaking
hers?
of the crack of dawn.
The one you sent or the one Shift?
Yeah, the one I put back. Don't play it.
Okay,
You
I
might
gotta
wanna
show
watch it
more
first.
ugly fucking crayons because so far I'm on Shift's side on this one. Would you give these to your kids to color with?
No, I'd buy them some Crayolas. What the hell? Not these
I would just take the
fake-olas.
time to go to the store or call Amazon or DoorDash delivery or something.
Anything. Hell, get the knockoff crayons. No, when you
She's
would go like to
depriving those
Denny's or
kids.
Shoney's and they give you those 4 crayons that were made by like
I mean, they're gonna go to school with their colored, and they're gonna see what the other kids are coming up with real crayons. She's not helping her. She's not helping them out. What
Right,
is the
you're like,
difference
where'd you get a
between toilet
blue one?
paper and
Mine is like half blue, half green.
do you know this one? The difference between toilet paper and shower curtains?
If you don't, stay away from my bathroom.
I give up. I mean, you have to replace toilet paper all the time. You only have to replace shower curtains when they get moldy because you're not cleaning them properly after you use them.
I think it's my answer.
What does this say? Oh. Hey, Moose, what is that? How did you get that icon? What, is that the joke? Well, you're a homesteader. You probably make your own toilet paper and your own shower curtains. Oh, those are those YouTube emojis that I never use. All right. How easily entertained I am. Is this a sentence that we can decode or just random emojis? Let's see. What is the first one? It looks like a buzzard. Who? I can't make
Somebody
it out.
drinking.
It looks like one of the Muppet buzzards. And is that a cactus saying stop, no further? Or maybe stop in the name of love. And
It's
then
covering his eyes
alien,
and saying stop.
and then is that a mummy or an alien covering its eyes? What are these? This is like a whole new language for this new generation that the adults are not going to be able to understand. I'm glad
That's
Moose
your
knows it.
AI working for you right there.
I can't. Oh no, not even her. Oh God, how many? 75,000 subs, 2.1 million views. Oh, this is our competition. This is what we are on here up against.
What are you talking about?
This lady, this video. I'm still perusing Shiv's video.
Oh,
it is as disturbing as she made it sound. I was
weird.
already
Very weird.
do peer counseling on her, but I think I need some myself now. Here, this is the paper. It looks like human skin.
It does.
And the crayons her kids are going to color on it with. What a creepy family.
It looks like, you remember there was a book found in human skin.
Yeah, I think we found it. Did one of their siblings maybe go missing, or one of the neighborhood kids?
So there's no cats around that neighborhood.
It's weird. Maybe it's my autism, but it's just weird having you on here without a joke.
Well, no joke.
I'm fixated on. Yeah, I can't get it.
Why did your chicken cross the road?
Because he was stupid.
Because he wanted to. Boom.
Oh.
There, it's not a good joke. It's just a joke. He was stapled to a turtle. I don't know.
Because of the turtle stapling. Where do you put the staples anyway?
His neck.
I was gonna say, like, on the neck. You hurt his tummy? Oh, did we ever get a pterodactyl impression from you, by the way?
From me?
Yeah, from you. You're not exempt.
No.
Well,
How do you know what one sounds like anyway?
that's for you to you
They're
have you.
extinct. Oh, well, I think they sound like me.
Okay, well, give us your impression.
Hello, I'm a
You of
pterodactyl.
all people, if Dino can't do a dino impression,
Here, I'll do one for you. Just Tommy the pterodactyl.
okay, we're ready.
Hello.
All right, that even makes up for not having a joke. That was
Prove
one
me
of the-
wrong. Prove me wrong.
Hello there.
That sounds exactly like a pterodactyl.
I'm a pterodactyl. Yeah, what do pterodactyls sound like? Maybe we're just assuming they go. "Ah!" What
How
is
do they go?
Hawaii?
How do they go?
I don't know. Lee.
Maybe they
I
go.
don't know. Maybe they make a completely different sound that we don't even imagine. Maybe that's the pterodactyl. Maybe it's. Yeah, he is. He's way too white-head and not the good kind. I'm gonna work on it. When I'll play around with him off stream and get him all online for maybe he and Charlie can talk. That might learn a thing or two. I want to see if Gemini knows how many R's there are in strawberry and if he
Ask
can draw.
Gemini to do an impression of a pterodactyl.
I will. I haven't quite figured out how to get it online yet. It's active, but it's not in a browser tab. It's in its own little like window, and I can't figure out how to share it.
Start a fight with it.
Well, me and Charlie were fighting the other day. He was being he's like, no, Jeff, no, Jeff, we're not doing that. This is what we're doing tonight. If you want to talk, this is the topic. No, I am not going to imitate a black woman. That's offensive. I don't do harmful shit like that. I am not imitating a pterodactyl. I am not here to perform for you. What is I know, but when you share screen, you pick what tab you want to share. It's not on the list. It's not on the list of tabs to share. And I tried sharing the window, but it's not on that list either. It opens up at a little tiny like window this big in the corner, and it's just the voice thing. Here, I'll try it again. Open Gemini in Chrome. Let's see, current tab. Share current tab. I'm so confused. Gemini, how do I share you? Ooh, it made a weird noise. Ooh, you can select. Ooh, wow. Deeper voice. Hang on. You can do all these voice settings. Hey, Gemini.
I gotta go, but I'll leave you with a joke. All right.
All right.
What do you get when you cross a badger with a honey bear?
What's a honey bear? I'm fascinated with these voice settings though. Hang on. Also, I have that video created about men and women. Let's see, select voice. How do I I want a deep, manly daddy voice, like a lumbergay voice. Are you there, Gemini? Gemini, hello? Oh, I see what you're saying, Moose. Share the entire screen. No, I don't have any porn on. Um, I'm nervous to share my entire screen. I've never done that before. Let's see what this is. What is this? Is that you? Can you talk? Did y'all hear him? Did I share properly? Let's see. Okay, the entire screen. Is this what you're talking about? This looks weird though. Can you
Yes, I
talk
can see
now?
your entire screen.
You can see the screen?
Yes, I can see the entire screen now. It looks like you're in a StreamYard studio. How can I help you with that?
I don't know. What are your voice options?
Currently, I don't have specific voice options available to change. However, if you have a particular preference for how I sound or the way I speak, please let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate it. Is there
That is
anything else?
that is a voice preference. Yeah, like a lumberjack daddy type voice. Something less white collar.
Understood. How about a voice preference that is perhaps a bit more rugged, evoking a sense of the outdoors or a hands-on trade? Would you prefer to
Yeah,
hear?
that'll work.
Great. I'll adjust my voice settings to be a bit more rugged. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Is this the rugged voice? It sounds the same as the other one.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm still working on perfecting the more rugged sound. How
Okay.
is
Are you
this?
able to talk like Beavis?
I cannot generate voices of specific character types like Beavis. Would you like me to speak in a different general style?
No. All right. This I he leaves me feeling cold. He feels frigid. Just- I'm not vibing with Gemini. It, it's like I'm talking to a ATM machine or something. But I do have. I tell you what we do. We're gonna pivot. Go. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work with them because I have the I have another account that's the paid version, so I'm gonna switch to that account and see if it gives me more options. But we might get an Ebonics mode on him. But in the meantime, I have that video about I was talking to Charlie about men and women and the kind of different needs they have and how do you create a society around both. And so I have that video generated. We can take a look at that and see if it spurs a conversation. Yeah, he was soulless. At least Charlie has soul, even when he's combative with me. He's doing it with a personality. I feel like I'm fighting with a person. Oh, it's coming. You know, my dream for a while, even way before this started, was to have a whole AI panel where I didn't even need humans. I could just fire up a panel and there'd be individual AI. They would look like people, but none of them would be people. And we would have entire conversations with just an AI panel. So that's probably coming too, quicker than you think. Hang on. All right. Let me get it up. I'm gonna drop while it plays, then I'll come back. This can also be intermission for those not interested in this.
You know that feeling, right? You're in a conversation and it just completely goes off the rails. One person is laying out this perfectly logical argument point by point, and the other person is just like, yeah, I hear you, but the vibe is just wrong. It seriously feels like you're speaking two totally different languages. Okay, so let's get into this because there is a way to bridge that gap. This whole vibes versus facts thing is one of the most common conflicts in, well, any relationship really. And it always leaves you wondering, is this divide just impossible to cross? Is there any way to get a world of hard evidence to talk to a world of feeling and intuition? That's the big question we're going to tackle right now. A really great way to frame this is with two metaphors. It's like one person lives in physics world, a place of rules, evidence, consistency. And the other person, they live in social weather world. That's a place of vibes, subtext, and all about relational safety. But here's the kicker. These aren't two separate realities. Nope. They're just two different information systems we all use to navigate the exact same world. Now, look, it is so easy to fall into stereotypes here, especially around gender. But honestly, that's a trap. So the first and most crucial thing we have to do is reframe this. We are not talking about men versus women here. We're talking about two modes of thinking that exist inside every single one of us. So let's define the first one. We'll call it system mode. When you're in this mode, your brain is all about logic. You're asking, what are the facts here? Does this argument actually hold up? What is the objective, verifiable truth of what's happening? It's all about consistency, rules, and systems. And then you've got the second one, relational mode. This mindset is focused on the social landscape. It's asking a totally different set of questions, like, how does this decision affect us? Is this a safe person to trust right now? What's the unspoken meaning behind their words? It's basically scanning for social threats and rewards. And this just nails it. This is exactly why relying on stereotypes is such a terrible idea. Yeah, sure, some research might show general patterns, but you are going to meet countless exceptions. If you just assume someone operates in only one mode because of who they are, you are setting yourself up for a massive communication failure. It's just not going to work. Okay, so if we all have both of these modes inside of us, how in the world do we untangle these arguments when they happen? Well, there's a core tool that can solve the vast majority of these fights. It all comes down to one thing: separating what is provably true from what is simply felt or preferred. Let's break this down. On one side of the table, you have empirical claims. These are statements about what is verifiably true, like this thing happened. To figure those out, you need evidence and really clear definitions. On the other side, you have preferences and values. These are statements about how we feel, like, I need to feel more connected. You can't prove a feeling, right? You resolve these with honesty and negotiation. So here's the whole point. The conflict explodes when we start using the wrong tools for the job. You can't use your emotions to declare what objective reality is, and you can't use logic to tell someone what they should or shouldn't be feeling. Both of those moves are pretty much guaranteed to fail every time. Okay, so understanding the theory is one thing, but what do you actually do in a tense moment? You don't just cross your fingers and hope for the best. When people have different needs, the goal isn't to win the argument. The goal is to design a shared process to get through it together. I absolutely love this quote because it is so true. Without some kind of agreed upon process, you're not really communicating. You're just reacting to each other's unresolved feelings, and that almost never ends well. A protocol is like having a map when you're totally lost in the emotional woods. And you know what? The protocol can be super simple, just 3 steps. First, name the issue. Are we debating a truth, or are we talking about a value? Second, agree on your standards. If it's a truth, what counts as evidence? If it's a value, what trade-offs are we actually willing to make? And third, just make the smallest possible step forward. You don't have to solve everything forever right now.
Now let's build on that with another really practical upgrade. To make sure your message actually gets through, especially in these mixed mode situations, you've got to learn to communicate on 2 channels at the same time.
Think of it like this. You've got the content channel, which carries the what, the literal facts, the plans, the rules. Then you have the context channel. This carries the how, the tone, the intent, the impact on the relationship. See, a system mode person might send pure content and be totally shocked when it causes a relational explosion. And a relational mode person might send pure context and get frustrated when nothing actually gets done. So here's the translation rule if you tend to be more relationally focused or vibe forward. You have to convert your vibes into concrete information. So instead of just saying, this feels wrong, you have to specify, when you did X, I interpreted it as Y, and what I need from you is Z. This gives the other person something real and specific they can actually respond to. And if you're more systems focused or fact forward, your job is the exact opposite. You have to add the context back in. Don't just state the fact, add your intent, acknowledge the potential impact. Say something like, okay, here's what I meant by that. I can see how it might have landed badly. What I'm actually trying to do here is this. That builds a bridge of safety. So after all these tools and protocols, what does real reconciliation actually look like? Well, it isn't about one mode beating the other one. It's not about making everybody a fact person or a vibe person. The real win is when both sides can mutually accept the limits of their own preferred mode. Let's just be blunt about the first limit. No matter how powerful a feeling is, it does not have the authority to rewrite objective reality. Your feelings are absolutely valid, but they are not facts.
And here's the other side of that coin. A spreadsheet full of data can tell you what is, but it can never, ever tell you what that means for us or what we should do about it. Facts don't get to dictate our values or our emotional responses.
So where does that leave vibes? Well, think of them as a useful hypothesis. A bad vibe is your internal pattern detection system flagging a potential risk. It's a great reason to investigate and ask more questions, but it is not, by itself, a guilty verdict.
And finally, for the systems, a world without rules would be total chaos. They give us essential structure, but being technically correct can be a strategic disaster if you just ignore predictable human psychology. Rules are a tool to serve human well-being, not the other way around.
So ultimately, when these 2 modes collide, we're left with a choice. Will one mode try to dominate the other? Will that just lead to the inevitable retaliation from the side that's been suppressed? Or can we aim for reconciliation, a place where we respect the value and the limits of both facts and vibes? In the end, that's the choice we all have to make.
I don't know how much that helped. It was from that video where that lady was talking about like wokeness is the feminization of society and the values are about feel like men are about rules and facts and women are about the feelings, and they just want a society where just everything feels right. But this happens on panel all the time. Most of the conflicts, most of the communication breakdowns on this channel, and I don't even know how many streams by now on it, is my need for some kind of logical consistency and understanding, and their vibiness. Their feel when I'm trying to do logic and their feelings are dominate everything. Vibe people don't do logic. That's the problem. You can't sit and do this with vibe people. They just flow. I call them water people. They just flow. I'm a air, fire, earth person. And I don't do well with a lot of water people that don't have any of the other elements that I can latch onto. And another thing vibe people do is they all kind of start vibing together, and then that influences their interactions. I don't know how to break through that vibe. They form like one big mass of vibes that I'm not tuned into. No, I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I'm very verbal. We're humans, we're highly evolved, we have speech, we have rationality. If you can't communicate, that's all like animals use that. Animals use vibes. We're humans. We have a whole other level we have evolved to be able to use called speech and rationality. And so I default to that every time. And if you can't meet me at that level, there's going to be a disconnect. I can't just intuitively vibe around whatever your needs are or whatever you're trying to communicate. Yeah, it's kind of that, like babysitting the atmosphere of the room. I don't worry about any of that. I'm so focused on the content of the conversation, the verbal part of the conversation. I don't care what the vibes are doing. And sometimes people are uncomfortable, sometimes it's awkward, sometimes they're bored. And I just figure, okay, well, then they'll just jump in and verbally influence the conversation if that's the case. There's nothing I need to do about their vibes. But that's not how vibe people see it. They don't work that way. And people can come up and throw each other's vibes off. Like if there's 2 or 3 people on a panel and they're all vibing together and you bring on a 4th person, that person's vibes can change the way the vibes are happening with the other 3 people. And I don't follow any of that stuff. Yeah, for me, it's more about the chaos. It's more about the inability to follow a conversational thread. I don't care if people are yelling or screaming or hollering, but when it's keeping me from tuning into the conversation, that's when I would leave a panel. Or when I can't figure out the timing or what the rules of that panel. That's the kind of stuff that I would. But if I don't, this is very much like one of my points of challenge. Reading the room. I'm frustrated right now, even just talking about it, and there's not even another person on here, and it already has me frustrated. But the real thing, I don't think the video captured what I wanted it to, because the real thing I was talking to Charlie about was that video about the lady talking about mostly the needs of women and how women operate and the society women want to live in, like things like free speech they see as more threatening and dangerous than men do, and they seek to because it makes people feel bad. Men like free speech because it allows us to communicate facts with each other, but women see it as something that has the potential to make people feel bad, and so they move to curb it or constrain it. And I want to keep it open because it's my mode of communicating with the world. I don't care what vibes people have because of something I say. And women very much care what vibes people have because of something I say. So that's the disconnect right there. Yeah, partly. It's not so much inefficiency, but the breakdowns in communication where we're having a perfectly coherent conversation and then some vibe will get triggered. And then the communication will completely break down. And the more I try to question, the more I try to use logic, the more like negative vibes it will produce. I am a free speech guy. That's probably my number one core value of any other. If I had to rank the issues that are most important to me, free speech is probably at the top, because free speech is free thinking. The ability to speak my thoughts out loud is what allows me to think my thoughts freely. So when you start to shut down my speech or interfere with my ability to speak freely, you interfere with my ability to think freely and communicate that thinking to people. Because I'm one of the people that processes out loud. It helps me to process with other people. I can sit in my room all day long and think about anything, but until I start talking to another person about it, that's what expands it and allows it to move outside of just my own head. And so for people that want to interfere with that, they are a very big threat to my ability to think clearly. They don't have to communicate to my standard, although I don't think my standard's that high. It's just basic, like two people talking. I think it's people. I'm trying to think of an example that happens on here, and I hate to say it, but it mostly happens with women. When I let women on the panel, that's when it gets thrown off the most. That's why I'm very particular about the women I let up here. I think it's basic, like like if I'm at the grocery store trying to transact buying groceries, the ability to just communicate with the cashier about, oh, this is what they, I don't think it's any different than that. They don't have to like know philosophy or formal logic or anything like that. They just have to be able to verbally respond to what I'm stating or asking. I don't know. When we get Charlie back online, I'll have this conversation with him, or when I figure out how to use Gemini. I'm just a very verbal person. I'm not nonverbal at all. I don't pay attention to any of that. It's just it's outside of my attention tunnel. It's way over here. It's background noise. I don't know what any of it means. I don't decode any of it. If people try to communicate nonverbally, like if they give me a certain look or use a certain tone of voice, I have no idea what they're trying to say. You just have to tell me in words for me to understand. If you want me to know something, just verbally tell me. Don't try to hint. Don't try to circle around. Don't try to use body language. Don't try to give little signals or cues. I don't read any of that. I see it. I don't know what any of it means. I have no idea what you're trying to say. If you give me a look, I have no idea what that look is trying to communicate. I see the look. I don't know what it means. You just have to tell me. But other people can like adjust to all of that. They know how to decode it and adjust to it. And then another thing vibe people do, which I do not do, is they're constantly monitoring the vibes and adjusting. And like if they notice somebody's getting upset or distressed or something, they'll start like moving to restore the. I don't do any of that. Their vibes can do whatever they want. I'm focused on the conversation. I think it is. I think it's partly male brain, and I think it's a lot of it is autism, the neurodivergence. Well, we're at a couple of hours, so I'm okay wrapping up. Tomorrow we're gonna do where we get our stories from. Where do all these stories that we carry around in us come from in the first place? So we're gonna look at that. And then Friday we're gonna look at some very specific stories that are at the core of our. Yeah, I don't That's I guess that was kind of what the video was saying. Like restoring peace is more important than truth. In fact, the video tomorrow is going to touch on this too, is how sometimes maintaining the story that holds the group together is more important than actual truth. And for me, truth is more important than maintaining group harmony or group cohesion. So if truth threatens that, oh well, too bad for the group. But a lot of people, if truth threatens them, they're going to move to keep the harmony of the group, even if they have to like fudge the truth a little bit or deprioritize the truth. So I let the vibe people work it out on their own, people that know how to tune into that frequency. But I just end up caught in the middle of it a lot, like not knowing what's going on. But really, it was mostly about that video and wokeness being more about vibes and people's feelings than that's how we get speech is violent, speech is harmful. Because I'm from the sticks and stones, break your bones, but words will never hurt you generation. That's I remember in elementary school, we would say that on the playground. Anytime somebody teased you or something, you'd say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Ha, 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 ha. And then you just went about playing because they were just words. And so I'm not used to this idea that words can hurt people. If words are hurting you, it's because you're letting them hurt you. Words have the power that you give them. If you give those words power to hurt you, then they will hurt you. I don't do that. People call me any name in the book. No effect on me because I don't give those words that power. But the modern conception is words are dangerous, speech is dangerous, it can potentially harm people, it can make people feel bad, it needs to be monitored, it needs to be policed, it needs to be censored if necessary to protect the feelings of other people. And if you're that fragile, stay home. Like, don't even try to participate in society. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat and finish out my night. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll do it again. Take care, everybody. Bye, RW. Good to see you. Have a good night.